Simul stream here. International Master William Paschall will be adding the window capture here just in a second. Alright, we're doing a 20-player, 20-board simul on lichess.org. My name is William Paschall. I'm an international master living in Budapest, Hungary, originally from the United States. This is what I look like. Pretty ugly, but not too bad. We will be starting in just a moment. I'm going to be playing 20 players, probably taking about 22 entries, making way for 2 people to rudely withdraw in the first 5 minutes of the simul. And we will... oh, I should tell you that my name on lichess is Sparklehorse. My name on Twitch, as you might know, is Slaggy. We'll wait a second for the Twitch stream to get started on lichess and get it visible. Is the simul visible on lichess? There's some kind of secret link. We're going to start it right now, alright? Create simul. Random color. Little bonus for you guys to make it more fun. Oh, I just added somebody I wasn't sure about. Alright, as long as you've got enough rated games. It looks like number is a brand new account. Without enough rated games, I'm going to X that. We've already accepted Snowball. You've got to have 50 rated games to play. This time we're going to make a special exception. I know most of these players. Blue Crow's a moderator now. Move 11 said he was going to play. Constant Change is in the last. Move 11, I was saving a place for you. I don't take really reservations, but for super special people, like my students and moderators, I make exceptions. Alright guys, we've got 20 places, so I'm not going to hand pick, but I am going to make sure everyone has 50 games. People that I know have slight preference. People that I've played before. Black Zombie, I know Black Zombie wanted to play last time and didn't get in. He's pretty strong. GCW. Hopefully all you guys will get in. We played VFAT the other day. These are all new, except for Valia. So we've got, I'm going to take 22 to be on the safe side. Zareda Boss, 2377. That's not too strange, dude. You're 1400 in Bullet and 2300 in Blitz. What's that about? Are you serious? Alright. Zareda Boss, that's kind of weird with the ratings. I'm not going to be able to take all these players, guys. How am I going to do this? Like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo? Or what? I'm just going to, like, blindly click. Let me just, like, blindly click. We've got 16 accepted players, only 6 places left. Blindly clicking 6 guys. Because I don't know how to decide. I'm actually holding my hand over it. And now let's just make sure everybody has an established account. This guy's bad. He's got just Bullet 48 games. I mean, sorry, dude. Fair 1551. He's also no good. I need an established rating so people don't troll me. Arsenal fan Richie. He's cool. He's got enough games. So I don't like playing people who just created their account today. And Meki from Egypt is 60 games. He barely makes the cut. We've got 20 accepted players, so I can take 2 more. Again, I'm going to randomly cover it up and click 2 places. Now, who did I get? Sebastian. I think he's a new one. And I tried to make it as fair as possible, guys. M. Meki is in. And we had one more health spawn, I think, was the last one. Alright, guys, that's it. 22 players. I'm sorry for anybody who didn't get in, but that's the way it goes. Alright, I only can play 20 players. I'm too tired. Too tired to play 25 plus. So let's start the simul. 22 players will probably shortly be 20 because people always do that to me. I'm going to play quickly because last time I got into some time pressure. So we're not going to chat too much. I don't want to get in time pressure again. Black Zombie's tough. I rock. Haven't seen you in a while. The Ominous Monkey. I don't know. When you take comments out of context, you always think like people are talking to you, but I'm not sure if they meant I rock or somebody in the chat rocks. Arsenal fan Richie. I wanted to get an Alekine's defense in there. I'm pretty tired, so you guys Should be able to take me out. Sebastian. I once had a student named Sebastian. I'm sorry I couldn't take more players. I would like to make the simul like 30 players, but it's just... I think if I was really, really fresh, you know, in the middle of the day or the morning, I could probably do 30, but it's just too hard for me to do 30. I apologize for the rain sound in the background, but it's just in the last hour it started to like downpour here, and I live in the top floor of my building and have windows on the roof, you know. So let's try. We played a little bit of everything. I should play one game with G3. So I do this simul every week, guys. Many of you are regulars who know that, but you may not. This may be your first time. Clash Kid I've played a number of times. I thought you played E4 Clash Kid. Something new, huh? Today I faced a Trompowski. Why am I tempted to play B6 here? Pilot's pretty good. I don't want to mess around with him too much. I may have played G6 against him once before. Zara Bassina said, I'm a bit angry about myself. About my, what is that thing, 1450 in bullet? And 2300 in blitz? What is the problem with that? I'm not a bullet player. Well, you're pretty strong for the simul anyways, Zara Boss. I mean, if you're 2300, that's... You were kind of like... I didn't want to, like, accept you for 3 reasons. I don't really know you. It's a new player. It's got a weird rating distribution, and you're really high rated is the other thing. I'm not going to accept anybody like 2400 plus, and you're really close to that anyway, so you're kind of like marginal, I mean, for being accepted in the simul, but, you know, just, sorry, man. I mean, it's a little weird. It's like there's 2 different people. Nobody can be 1400 in bullet, and you can't be the same person and be 1400, dude. Even a really horrible player would be at least like 1800 or 1900 if they were 2300 in blitz. So there's like 2 different people playing 2 different speeds or something. If you had more games, I mean... But anyway, your rating's too high, dude. I mean, you're almost 2400. I mean, it's hard for me to play like people who are like 2400. A whole bunch of 2400, I would get slaughtered here, you know? I mean... It's alright if there's like 1 or 2 2200s, but when you start pushing close to 2400, it's kind of difficult, man. So there's a bit of a problem with you being a little too high rated for this kind of thing. I mean, if it was a blitz game, but playing a whole bunch of 2400 players is pretty hard for me. So my apologies. Knight f3, g6, d4. The informal cutoff is basically around 2400. I don't want to accept anybody higher than that. I have in the past, and it's usually quite difficult. You guys are wondering why I have kind of a headache. Just kind of giving myself a neck massage here. I usually don't like players with low bullet and high well, he actually had a blitz rating, which really doesn't make sense. I mean, you know, you get people who are like 2300 and you get people who are like 2300 in blitz or classical, and they're like 1200 in bullet or something, which is weird enough, but I think he was like 2370 in blitz and 1400 in bullet. But I just on general, you know, it's kind of weird. I mean, it makes me think that there's something funny going on. It doesn't necessarily mean there is, but what can I do? I mean, it's an informal event, and the rules are up to me. We just have to make a judgment call on stuff. E4, C5. Alright, I'm moving a little bit too slow already. Let's just try to speed it up. Made me feel bad about not letting him in. You afraid? Oh, here we go. Alright. Dude, it's really... Alright. Sorry, Zara Bassina. There's a lot of other people who didn't get in too, man. Alright. Sorry that you're angry, dude. Obviously, it wasn't personal. Bishop b4. No, I just have to set the simul limit for 2400, and you're pushing that and the weird bullet rating. I mean, well, enough said anyway. All right. You're, all right. Knight f3, c5, I guess. That move may not be good for my repertoire. I might be transposing to something I don't play. Played a 5-hour tournament game today, so that might be why I have a headache right now. The other night, on Friday night, I had a headache too when I went to play poker, and wasn't really sure why. Alright, Gingy Indian. I think it's just a stress headache or something. Bishop G... What is this? B6, E4. So Pilot 100 went for it with D4, G6, H4. It's a little more common with, I guess, with E4 to play H4. But whatever floats your boat. Lubarlo Soul. You never asked you this, but how's your Hungarian? I'm not fluent in anything. I don't even know if I'm fluent in English. But, my Hungarian, it's like kindergarten level. It's like a weak kindergartner. Alright, it's basically a hedgehog. I better be careful with this. F5 would be interesting. I don't think I like that in tandem with C5. The hedgehog's not really great here either. Alright, Zara, don't feel stupid. You're just too strong, man, if you're like 2370. The opposite of stupid. It's hard to play 20 2370s in a row simultaneously. But I would prefer people, you know, like have one account and they regularly play against me with the same account. Move 11 there, playing knight f6, this weird move order. I don't remember what the deal is with pawn takes pawn, knight takes e4 really well. Okay, this is actually a line that was just played recently in, of course, the Rapport Nakamura. Well, Very, from that game, which was, I think, c takes d. Very or vary. Tomato or tomato. Knight c6 from Jeroen. What's that about? The knight c6 specialty move. Catalan here. I'm playing the white side of the Catalan against Pera Ode. I don't think that's a good idea. He's like an expert in the Catalan with white. Yes, you sit on the wrong side. Exactly what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking, my friend. Lou Barlow. Oh, Sebadoh. Okay, this Queen e7 business. Right. Well, I'll just give you the pawn back. Now a3. Accelerated Dragon. I've already wasted too much time around here, it feels like. B3 and H4 are things that taste great together. Not your typical mixture. Pilot 100. B3 with H4. It's a strange mix. Alright. Welcome everyone. I'm sorry to those guys that didn't get to play. As I said, I would really love to play more players, but let's go bishop g4 here. It's just too hard with this staggering headache I have. E6 now. This goes back to an old Alekhine game. I just did a video on my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube, where I can't stop saying, you know, pronouncing words wrong, like names. I keep pronouncing them like the Americanized way of different names, and I try to correct myself, but then I always revert back to the old pronunciation. Sorry for that, but old habits are hard to break. Plucro, this is actually very similar to my game from today with colors reversed. Oddly enough. And we have a Gingy Indian against Sebastian from Dansk. The Gingy Indian. Good old Gingy. Alright. Here we go. Maybe I should play knight c6 in this one. And clamp down on that before that happens. God, I thought I was playing the Gingy Indian here. The structure is the same, there's no pawn on f5, pawn on d5. Basically, it's slightly strange, same-ish, where he's played knight f3 already. Queen a5 would be an interesting and adventurous move, probably not correct. Not sure what I'm supposed to do here, actually. b6 maybe. I'm really not sure. Maybe d6. d6 is actually allowing him to take on c5 could be bizarre. I'm not sure I want to do that. This is not a position I normally see. Alright. So accelerated dragon. Well, like, okay, yeah. I think Periotis said his bullet rating 1700, my classical rating is over 22. Yeah, but, you know. I mean, I'm just going on a real quick look at people's ratings, you know. I'm not doing a scientific study. I jumped the gun a little bit there. Alright, this transposes to the c3 Sicilian. So, as I said, I'd like to play like 30 players, but it's just too many. Valia. I've got to speed it up a little bit, guys. We are drifting behind there in time. M50,000 is a new guy. You haven't played before. So he's doing the hippo, basically, against d4. Got a interesting game here. Should I play knight c6 or not? Actually, why? Why not? Force him to defend his d4 pawn. Move 11 playing the Hannum variation of the Philidor now. Jode. This is our quiet anti-Peerts. Alright guys, we did win a good game today as black against the Trompowski, against the senior age FIDE master. Actually, the father of Grandmaster Oliver Mihawk was our victim today. But he's a FIDE master. He was over 2300 at some point years ago, and he's fairly decent, but he got into this kind of like sort of middle games. Looks Wang. Bishop b7 here. Alright, Periode, if I play d4 it's a Catalan, but it's kind of a lame Catalan for white. So I was thinking, can I try to do e3? But e3 is kind of early here at the same time. So I'm not sure. d3 I should play, I guess. Wait for further information. Our Dutch expert, Mr. Jeroen. Now move order here might be relevant. As it is here. The other day I did something crazy. I like played castles too early, I think, in one game. Ooh, bishop f4. What's that about? He's trying to play knight b5. That's not allowed. I could play knight e7, knight b5, knight c8, but that's pretty bizarre. We'll just play a6. The M50,000 with a hippo. Nothing wrong with the hippo, I guess. This endgame in the Nesmedinov Old Indian. For lack of a better name, I don't know what to call it. Alright guys, queen c2. Now this is different. Strange. Alright, I think I have to go for the Hübner style blockade here. Master Hübner. I mean, I don't think there should ever be more than, like, you know, a few hundred points different. I have no bullet rating. But alright, now I need to play d5 at some point here. With my knight on c6. I guess I don't have to rush it. I could play something like knight h6, knight f5. The plan was d5 though. Stick with the plan. In the Gingy Indian, queen b3 is the Laszlo Aparieschi played this against me. I don't remember if this was the exact position or something, but it's actually a good way of handling the situation. I think that's something that we've seen a long time ago. Aparieschi is still with us. Know that he's been ill. D6. Very solid international master. Kind of like a junior Karpov style. Played the Caro-Kann, the Nimzo. D4 with white. Main line against Black Zombie in the English opening there. And now Periodi with the move order now, making life a little awkward for me. I don't know if he wants to play like knight e5 here. I mean knight c5. I have the same headache I had Friday night. Move 11 says I'm 1750 classical, probably about 1,000 in bullet. Right, you have... Right, but it's not like you're 2,300 in blitz and 1,400 in bullet. E3. Knight c5. What's this about? I guess I have to play e3. I don't want to waste too much time, guys. I'd rather just be practical and play fast than get in my traditional kind of time pressure. Against Arsenal fan Richie, I think this is some kind of Alekhines turned c3 Sicilian. Really not at all an expert on this line though. Am I supposed to play like d5? Bishop f5 from Valia. And then Plucro giving up the two bishops, possibly. Actually, not an unusual methodology in the Chigorin. Move 11, the other day I was planning on playing someone who played the Philidor. So I thought I had something prepared, but maybe not. Can't remember now. think I have a stress headache. Knight d7. Need more beer. Okay, V-Fan. This is a highly unusual solution. I think bishop b4 is good for black. Maybe there's some trick, like bishop d2. Maybe I shouldn't rush it here. Bishop d2, take, knight takes e4, castles queenside. And then where do I go? I have to put interpose something on d7. That's still not a solution for him though, right? This should be... Do I really want to give up my bishop though? If I play bishop b4, he plays f3, and I take. And that structure may not be that bad for him. Maybe it's better for me to just play traditionally here. This is a simul, Adnan. You just seen a Jinji on YouTube. Yeah, you're pretty close, man. Ominous monkey, nice. Close to the correct spelling. If there is, you know, it's a Georgian name, so it's like spelling it in English characters is kind of a weird concept anyway. What's this, Jode? c5 with knight d7. Well, I guess we should play c4 here and turn it into some kind of Marazzi-like monster. Knight f3. Constant Change is going to get his old Indian. I didn't realize it was you, Constant Change. So Meki, I've played a bunch of games like this lately. Somewhat trendy here, at least on my stream. A reverse of the Chigorin reverse that I played today. In a way, a little bit similar. But what are we supposed to do here? I don't rightly know. Just try not to fall too far behind it. Steve's we're gonna have another English like that, and I like the way the Hellspawn's playing, like very fluidly. He's preparing to play b4 on me. Nothing I can really do about it. And queen d7 walks into knight a4. Well, I can't stop b4 per se, so just have to live with it. Guys, we have a regular Blitz stream I do Monday to Friday. Rook c8, kind of a strange move from Para Ode there. And speaking of strange moves, Jeroen goes ahead and blocks his bishop on b7. But he's a tricky Dutch player, so he's tricky and Dutch. And plays the Dutch. Bishop g5 from Clash Kid. h6 probably can't do any harm. And now Hellspawn moves his bishop again. That seems kind of odd. Alright. M50,000. So, I mean, this should be a pretty good King's Indian for me, I would think. Soltigo. Like Stratego. Now White is threatening the old whatever. A4 standard stuff. Actually, against Steve, I'll play d4 first. I like that move order better. Perry Odi, I think, said, I read the book Pump Up Your Rating by Axel Smith. Just heard it, I think. Don't really know it. I don't know Axel Smith. It sounds vaguely familiar. Probably only because of that book I saw somewhere sitting in a bookstall. Could be a good player. Sounds like a strong name. Rook c8. So Snowball, for some reason Rook c8 isn't very common here. I know because I've played a lot of queen a5, knight takes d4, queen a5, rook c8 can be played later though. I had a game with Ian Rogers as black that was like queen a5, f4, rook c8 I think I played. But rook c8 right away, it's nothing wrong with it, I suppose. It should maybe transpose. So I don't know, Hellspawn. Bishop back to c1 here. We'll get our rook to a safer haven. An m50,000. Well, eventually we're going to play b4. I think with Black Zombie we're discussing the critical line of the English symmetrical. Jeroen, there's no problem here with the e6 square. Knight g5, queen e7 or something. Man, this is pretty bizarre. Bishop f4 is possible too. No, unfortunately, I don't know the Axel Smith book. I just saw the title somewhere. I mean, there's so many chess books published every year now. They just kind of crank them out, so hard to keep track. Jeroen, what are you doing, man? You got some tricky stuff up your sleeve here. Knight f4, e5. We go with knight f4 anyway. I love listening to you. Will you go into these stream of consciousness moments where you say things like "sounds like Stratega"? His name sounds like a strong player. It does sound strong, man. It's like Magnus Carlsen. Anybody named Axel sounds strong, right? And Axel Rambaldoni is an Italian player. I played once in the first Saturday here. I mean, so Axel has to be decent, right? Anyone named Axel has to be at least decent. Just based on name logic. Alright, this one is a difficult closed position. What can I say? Not really sure what to do here. Where to put my queen, for example. This annoying threat of like knight a4 in some positions. I like to put the queen on d7 in the structure usually, but this particular position, because he's weakened me with a6, made me play a6. Seems like the b6 square is a kind of inconvenience. But maybe it's nothing really. I mean, maybe I should be happy for him to like play at some point knight a4, putting his knight on the side of the board. Probably doesn't hurt me too much. Valya, don't do that ever. You know, I don't ever recommend playing b6 when someone attacks your queen attacks your pawn like that. It's usually the last resort in these types of positions. Probably best to play. Might even be better to play bishop c8. I don't know. If you can play queen b6, it would be the best move. I think it's c takes d, queen takes b3. It's probably a known position that's better for white though. But that's why bishop f5 isn't really played, first of all. Alright, I don't know if this is even the best solution. Play knight on bd2. Internet chess is pretty solid. Pere Ode now, bishop d6. Axel Rose, see? I mean, it's like universal. It's one of those universal archetypal names. It just sounds strong. Yeah, maybe it's Guns N' Roses. I don't know what it is. I'm not a big Guns N' Roses fan, but or metal for that matter, but I do admit I once went to a Guns N' Roses concert back in the day, though it was like in the mid 90s. Um, Alright. I don't know here now. Rook d1. What's he trying to do anyway? We're going to have two of the same variation there. And bishop b4 doesn't seem to have much effect here because he has knight e2. But I might have other chances. Actually, knight g4 gets mated in one. Isn't that beautiful? Like you go here, mate. You know, bishop a5. Don't be tempted. Don't be stupid. You know what I mean? Just don't be stupid. Talking to myself. Alright. Knight c3, knight b4. What's up with that? Anyway. Castles, knight b4. Knight c3, knight b4. Is that like some kind of messed up draw or something? No, but castles, knight b4, knight e1. Might be able to play that. Knight c3, knight b4. Knight b4 last. How come he's allowed to play like knight to b4? He's not even castled yet. Okay, we've got a kind of good Hubner here. I think Clash Kid, we've got him in the right situation. He's quite resourceful tactically. So if we can get him in a situation where it's like purely positional, that's probably a good thing. Alright, a3, f5, b4. Yeah. Yeah. No reason to fear a4 necessarily in that game. a3 looks kind of slow here. Not really sure what I'm doing. The white side of this reti. Reti Ricard. Lubarlo said, I've only played an IM over the board once, and his name was Ivanov. But not the Igor Ivanov. Not Mr. Igor, was it? The great Igor. Who unfortunately passed on. He was a character I did not know well enough. We only played once or twice. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do around here. Tempting to play d5, but then he starts all this nonsense again. Other kinds of nonsense. Just wasting too much time in this position. I don't know what to do. It's a strange looking move, I admit. He read a novel and ate a sandwich. Queen d5. I always thought it was kind of rude to read at the board. I knew this guy. There was a FIDE master who I saw doing that frequently. This kind of arrogant guy from, like, Virginia or somewhere Miles Ardeman. I remember. He was a pretty strong FIDE master, though, like around... He was way up in the 2400s at his peak. But he was like playing people tournament games, like reading novels while he was playing them. I mean, I don't know, you know, it just seems kind of like dissing people to do that. I mean, you're so weak, I'm just going to read a book while I beat you, you know. I guess there's certain people it might not be that bad, but it kind of depends on how you come off. Alright, so Black Zombie, I guess this is probably still some kind of book here. Queen d7. This game is making my headache worse. Objectively, I don't think that White can get an advantage in the English opening, or any opening for that matter. I don't really know how to deal with this. Queen d7. I'm spending way too much time on this one move here. Alright. He's back. I knew he'd be back again. Probing for weaknesses. I'll spawn. Take that. And then I think we're in the book here. This is a line I never played before. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to play bishop e6 here. I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong a lot, actually. Alright, knight d2. Eperyeshi Laszlo. I don't think he played that. But I'm not sure it was the same position. Alright, so, yep. But knight d2 looks like what we want. You know, we're blocking in your bishops over there. You're not allowed to checkmate me on d8, man. You need to just play faster and think less. Gregor, what's up, guys? So bishop e7, it's my move here. Now I like knight c3. Alright. Bishop e6. You know, I was just thinking about going to d4 anyway. So let's do it. Just go with the headache. Do I have anything? Knight g5 here. Jeroen. Ah, the queen b6, Steve. That's a kind of rare move. Somebody else played this against me recently. Alright. Now I don't know what to do anymore. Peyote, we're all out of ideas. My knight on c3 is kind of in the wrong place now. Maybe we should actually retreat it back again. It seems kind of odd. Odd but strong. I don't know what to do. I'm spending too much time on my moves, basically. Alright, screw it. You know what, guys? I'm going to go with the classic advice, right? A bad plan is better than no plan at all. That's got to be the way to think about it, right? Now, do I want my pawn structure to be smashed? Absolutely not. Snowball, you're welcome to help yourself to my e4 pawn. Black Zombie goes with knight g4 now. Where's my queen gonna go? I'm gonna go back to like b1 or something? Does it matter? a5. Alright. We had a very similar game of Constant Change last week during our... We have Blitz and Classical stream during the week, guys. Monday to Friday. Monday is long Classical, 15-2. Friday is Blitz, 5-3. And Wednesday is Weird Openings Day. Every weekday, 10 to 12:30. CET, Central European Time. Here on lichess. Sigh. F5 is interesting. Hellspawn plays a strange game. I mean, really, like... He's trying to provoke me or something? Alright. Well, you finally took on a4 now, so I'm headed out to pick it up. Although I think knight e5 might be a weird move. Not so weird, actually. I mean, knight e5, knight takes d4, bishop takes b7, knight takes e5, d takes e5. Again. It's kind of interesting. Queen takes obviously doesn't work. Let's go for it. Alright, the Gingy Indian. And bishop b5. Okay. That's cool. Maybe I should play bishop g4 myself. I don't know what he's gonna do here, honestly. The King's Indian. He stopped knight g5. He snuck in that h6 when I wasn't really looking. And no knight g5 for me. So it's like a real King's Indian. Well, knight d2. I don't know where else to go. Okay, classic Nimzo. Maybe e4 turns into a French. What's he gonna play? Like bishop d3? Okay. Snowball plays ridiculously fast. Knight e4, knight takes e4. I have no idea what's going on here. This is Blue Crow. I didn't even realize it. What would be my next tournament? I'm going to play in the Grandmaster tournament here in Budapest. At first Saturday, April 1st, April Fool's Day. The Day of Fools will be my next tournament. Knight takes e4, d takes e4, bishop takes b4. That looks kind of sort of weird. Kind of sort of stupid, basically, but where is my advantage here? Why do I have no advantage? Blue Crow. How can you just do whatever you want? You know, that's not fair. I've wasted enormous amount of time. Take, 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 or take, take, take. take, check. Actually, this is kind of weird. Alright, Blue Crow, I don't know what's up with this. And then, meanwhile, move 11 is going to, like, win on time because I haven't made a move in an hour. But you castled, you know, the fashionable line is the knight f8, knight g6. It makes me crazy. The knight f8, h6, g5. And here I was thinking that was, like, some new idea, but it's, like, it's literally, like, ancient, you know. Just somewhere someone dug it up and started promoting it to everyone. I have no idea what the best line is for white against the Philidor. Queen e2 is main line. But it's kind of out of fashion, I think. Principled chess. Control of the center. Speaking of principled chess. Alright. Oh man, this is gonna get weird. My normal mode of operation is to take with the g-pawn. Now, I could sack a pawn here with knight f3 check. Well, that looks kind of bizarre. Hellspawn is not a new guy. I think I played f5 a little early, but I still think I should be good. Repeating another game I had with constant change before. Alright, guys. I guess we take here and it's about equal. Another hippo. We could trade bishop for knight. Looks like quite a good obstacle or bishop situation for black. If I play knight d7, I don't know, maybe I should take, seriously. Bishop takes h3. The classic Gingy Indian. Okay. I might have misevaluated this. I don't know. I might have misevaluated this too. A lot of surprising moves now being played against me. Knight f4 is not surprising. It's pretty obvious. Alright, GCEW. We got a very weak c6 pawn. Now, do I eat this pawn on a7? Kind of got to ask yourself, like, well, why not, you know? Why the hell not? Like, it's got to be good. Knight d7, okay. I saw this, but I saw bishop takes b7, and I thought I'm good, Meki. Now this position is pretty bizarre. Problem is, what did the Muppets say? Who cares? Well, I should check and then like go back or something. Induce f3. Just two old guys and the Muppets. The problem is there's no mate on d8 now. Who cares? So, but there are other problems. Technical problems. Is that a good move, really? Could be. Bishop e7. Kind of strange. Alright, guys. e4, anyone? It would be interesting. You could play e4, actually. Yeah, let's go for it. Oh yeah. Now do I take with the knight or with the pawn? If I take with the pawn, I'm just walking into the preparation. The lockdown on the e5 square. But is that enough? You know, is my king side is going to be a problem. It's like he's got this worked out already. Really? That's just crazy, man. I have to take with a knight now? Do I play aggressively today? It's too dangerous to take with the pawn. Yaron's going to open up my king. My plan is just to fail against Yaron. Just a plan fail. Looks like. Jode kind of undeveloping. Okay, bishop c6. I think I should get back. Get back to where we once belonged. And now the point was bishop c6. And I naively thought this was good for me. I mean, I could be wrong. That's about as far as I analyzed. But now... Alright. That at least blocks his queen off from h5 and like checkmating me and stuff. So, there's the problem with my e6 pawn hanging right. This is a weird game, dude. Maybe I should play rook f6. Strange as that move looks, it allows knight h5. Knight h5. No tactics against Hellspawn. Hellspawn's only used like 5-10 minutes for the whole game. I'm just not going to waste too much more time with him. He's played so strangely. And actually pretty well. Alright. Now we had this dilemma about whether to play d4 or not. My chess engine was the same position I had the other day. My chess engine was like saying that it's about equal. But after 2 moves, I think I was slightly worse or something. I'm not sure if I concur. I played slowly with like b3. But I don't know what else to do, honestly. Alright. Now what? We're getting kind of low on time. Some of you guys play incredibly fast. Okay, rook c8, I don't know what that does. This is theory, I guess. Always make sure and count my pieces that I'm not recapturing, like an automatic recapture. Sometimes you do that when you're playing simuls here. you're going through the board so quickly that you're just like, oh, okay, you know, let's just make a logical move, but you forget that you had the recapture. The problem is my bishop. Okay, so he gets out of it with like c6 or something if I move my bishop. And if queen a4, he has this weird move, rook b4. You can snack on another pawn there. That actually doesn't hurt, right? Snacking. Pawn snacking. But it does hurt because he goes rook b4 and then like castles. Then I have rook d1 though. Alright. Bishop c2. I think that's too materialistic, Valia. Right, and now I was looking at what queen e4 and queen b1, I think. Queen a2, queen bc2, queen a2 also seems reasonable. He's headed to c6 or what? Actually, queen a4, queen e4. Queen e4 and knight d5. Queen e4 and knight c6. Queen e4. My queen is going to get in trouble over there. If I go here, alright, I don't know. It's kind of, I'm taking too much time. Knight e4. What happened? What happened? So my friend Jorge Samor used to say. Just all one word, wappened. Suddenly Sebastian is like perfectly okay, and I'm like behind the development here. I don't really like that. That is not cool. Why did that happen? How did that happen? Why is this guy suddenly okay here? I totally screwed this up. Man, that's very depressing. I think I need to play queen c7 so he doesn't trade queens on me. Okay, this is a must. Must. My Hellspawn's just playing too fast, too good. Just used 10 minutes. He moves like instantly every move. I don't know why Clash Kids said I'm playing aggressively today. This is just like a standard Nimzo. Whistling while you work. BG4. We're gonna like give up both bishops. That seems stupid, doesn't it? I don't think I'm playing aggressively enough, Clash Kid. I think that's the problem. Rook fd8. What are you trying to do? I could play queen e2. Yeah, Hellspawn just makes insta moves. Now I have to take with the king so as not to lose my h-pawn. Unless I have some kind of trick. So knight d5. I don't know why I missed that. But it looks like a pretty good move. For some reason I thought I had a good game here. I may be mistaken. Alright, maybe not. Strange. Have to sacrifice a pawn. Yeah, the game against Aronian versus the game Aronian Rapport, like one of my favorite games in a long time. You know, and I'm sure that some other players might have covered it, but honestly, I really wanted to because it's absolutely like the best game I've seen in a long time. I said that already, right? Let's just get developed. I don't have a tactic. Alright, hopefully he'll fall behind in development there. Rook e8. Now my bishop is jammed on g4. Clash Kid not afraid to retreat. But I knew that already about him. I'm not really sure where I want to put my king yet. Queen a4, is that an annoyance? Not a big deal. Black looks awfully far behind in development here. d5. Probably should play that now. Okay, what was my plan again? Alright, h6. Yeah, I thought you'd see it your way, Pere Ode. Now, unfortunately, it's very possible that I miscalculated something here. It's very possible. It's not really fair. Well, there are some things we could do. All right. Rook d1. Steve Heyman defending like a master. Right, what's up with this position, Plucro? All right. Yes, the subtle threat. But Hellspawn is, you know, kind of... Why don't I just play, actually... It's not so easy how to do this. Maybe knight g8 is actually the only good way of defending that pawn. What is this knight doing anyway? Seriously, it's like horrendous. Alright. F4. Bishop c5. I realize I'm just saying the obvious threats. Yes, Black Zombie. Yes, Black Zombie. I know your move before you know your move. Oh, okay. What am I doing? I'm hallucinating? Hold on. Bishop a6, trading off my bad bishop. Guess we go for this. I don't know. Then maybe I should take on d6 and create a target on d6. I don't have time to answer these questions. Damn. Part of me wanted to play c6. Another part of me wanted to do something else. Yeah, that's a nice diagonal you got there. Mr. Insta move. F4 from internet chess. Why is he better here? Doesn't seem fair. I guess my setup was too slow. We're still in book. Clash Kid's trying to break out with f3. Now that might be a little bit over the top. A little bit over the top here, considering your development is in a sorry state. I'm just playing blitz. No queen a4 check, right? Rook d8 is a useful move. And then queen e3. The queen e3. Now my knight actually needs to go somewhere. Maybe. Maybe not. I can play queen c6 again. Kind of like that. I'm not sure. No, he's attacking my knight, of course. Sometimes I'm a little bit dim. Alright, bishop takes. Got a lot of games going on. So, really no time for chat, guys. I swear I'm trying to control the center. Steve Heyman, I don't know, man. You're playing like a very serious man. Okay, Blue Crow. Tricky. Blue Crow is 1957. Dude, you're scaring me here. You tricked me. How many pawns did you sacrifice in this position? Alright, let's just try to keep things simple, you know, when we can. That's why I did this exchange in this game, actually. Try to keep things simple. could just take on e6. Constantine is just following his game from the other day, I think. But it seems like it's a tiny bit different. I don't know, we'll vary. Alright, bishop e3, bishop c5. Why don't I just play e5 here? Is there something wrong with me? It's not absolutely necessary, but it has to be good. Okay, Meki sacked material. Now rook d8. f3. Speaking of sacking material, we sacked a pawn here. What did we get for it? I don't know. I don't know what we got for it. Hopefully something. Rook on the 7th. Bishop e3. Bishop e3, I called it. God, I'm good. Soltigo's waiting to try to win on time or something. Oh, he has knight there. No, not that. Every time I say something, it's like appropriate to another game. It's so strange. All right. Going Alexander Ivanov style here. Well, rook d1 is supposed to be a move at some point. I just don't know when. The Gingy. What would Gingy do? This looks like one of Gingy's bad blitz games. That he would just win anyway, you know, even though it was equal. Yeah, I just walked right into knight d5. That's perfectly normal. But hell, we can trade it off, right? That's what knights are for. Yeah, but which knight? Maybe the other one. This is a really strange game. Alright. Stream of consciousness has been called. Arsenal fan Richie is. Played the c3 Sicilian before. Rook c7. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Doctor of Tension. Steve Heyman. A3. Weakening my queen side. Knight d5. But he's gonna take, and then I take, and then he takes, take, then he takes, and he takes, and he takes, and takes. Or like some kind of weird equal ending. That's really great. Rook c7. Who would play that move? Really? It looks so bottled up. You're gonna get trapped or something. I don't know what to do. We're just making a move. Making a move for the sake of making a move. Bishop g5. But that doesn't finish him off. Probably doesn't hurt though. All right. Guys, don't play fast just because I'm playing fast. Can lead to losing on time. This guy is coming out of this alive. I don't know if I should castle queenside actually here. I'm sort of seems stupid at this point. So far, no total disasters. Plucrot seems like he's on an absolute fishing expedition here. Fishing expedition. Look at this move, Queen f6. I don't think that Nimzovich himself could have played a better move. Where do you come up with this stuff? Yes. And now for my next trick. Slow motion. Yeah, I was like, oh, I thought he just like sacrificed a piece. I forgot it was an exchange. Alright, so Hellspawn just plays too fast. That seems to be what's going on there. Although for playing too fast, he plays pretty well for a guy who plays too fast. I have to admit. Knight on g8 is guarding the hen house. And he's got these exchanges all the time. My rook on e7 looks stupid. Right. Now I thought I have to take here. But actually, I could play knight e3, knight e4. This is kind of weird. So he castles, I castle. Castle queenside. This is one of Gingy's bad blitz games, seriously. It's exactly what it looks like. I'm probably okay, but it's not an advantage to black. This is kind of weird. He's going to trade queens. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to let him trade queens. Actually, I don't know which way to take here. Queen takes doesn't really help. It might, though. Alright. Now, is there some weird defense? Snowball. Snowball is like going all in. Letting me take on e7 to get to g2. Then he gets like a lot of pawns. Actually a good play. Alright. Internet chess is making life a little difficult. Not really sure what to do around here. We don't have too much time left. Remind me to do my Nimzovich impression whenever I play Clash Kid. Now bishop there. F4. But f4 is not that great. Although it's not a bad move now, I guess. It seems like every day now we're getting more and more Nimzovician in our style. Last time it was a lot of... oh no, I think I made a blunder. H6? It's a neat, you know, idea. From Mr. GCEW. Quite the abstract. The abstract concept move. This looks dubious for black. Yes, it does. It does look dubious. I agree. But how to punish him? El Clasico. Bishop c5. We want to stay in the vicinity of the center. Yes, trading queens. I have to be careful. Knight takes b3 in some lines. Now, I'm really not sure about this ending. What exactly is going on here? Probably I should play knight f6 first. And then we have... oh no. Can I play a5 here? Oh no. Jeroen. That's a very logical move. Very well. Yeah, I forgot he could just castle. That's sort of a dumb thing to do. But I'm up the exchange, you know, which is not a joke. That's something. So we need to consolidate the position. Now here, I guess we play knight h5. Do I have to take first? This is a weird position, guys. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I'm about to get pinned on one side. We're facing difficulties on the other. And this looks like a good positional squeeze. Queen b5. I don't really want to take, but I don't know if I have a choice. Take on my terms. No, I don't want to come back either. Alright, let's just not take. Queen e1. What is constant change up to here? That's just standard kind of stuff. Looks like. This is a nasty little endgame. Sure what's going on there. The same applies here. Knight h5 is interesting. Getting my knight off sides. So I can get completely screwed. E4. Pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn e4. Seems like an interesting try. Knight h5. What's up with knight h5 again? Let's try it. Queen h4. From M50,000 who's got tons of time. He's threatening absolutely nothing, but it looks aggressive. Queen d3 might not be the best square though. Let's try this. It's a little weakening. Unfortunately, we're like out of time, guys, so I have to start going into fast mode. Bullet mode. Maybe we should castle around here somewhere. There's no need to commit ourselves just yet. Really nice ending here. Rook d2. I like the faster I play, the faster they play. Regardless of how much time they have, they revert to their bullet ways. Constant Change is even playing for like one move cheapos. Looks like King h1 might be better. Right, this is like pretty boring position. Alright, knight d2. Where's he going? Not really sure. I mean, it looks like I thought we had something here, but maybe not. This is Soltigo. Oh no. Strange position, I admit. Against Soltigo. Alright, so slowly we try to consolidate this one. Not sure what's going on there. You guys don't have to play blitz because I'm playing fast. I have to remind you. Unfortunately, I had to trade a good piece there. This is looking. Knight takes a5 as a move. You can't stop the just quick reactions from most of the players, though. They all move instantly. I thought I was weakening black's position here. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be wrong. Bishop, where should I put it? And there it might get trapped, right? Alright. Well, it seems like my time is running no matter what I do. Alright. Jeroen, where did you ever get that idea? All right. If I want to self-pin myself here, is that really a good idea? Why not like bishop a6 or something? Like e4. I feel like I'm playing a GM against Arsenal fan Richie. He's 1500 in blitz. Man, dude. This is a really tough position. Seriously. All right. What was my plan here again? Just can't stop my time from running out. G5. computer's not letting me make the move I want to make. Good Lord, this position. Whoa. Okay. Queen there. Meki got mated. Sorry guys, just no time to commentate. Kind of like hypnotized myself. I actually self-hypnotize very easily. That's a weird situation. They have to play Blitz because I'm playing Blitz. It's not really good time management, peoples. But it is not easy for me. I admit. Alright. So this position now. Knight A2 is a good square. Hellspawn playing like a GM. He's got over an hour, dude. What kind of 1700 could he be? Damn, dude. Oh, you've got a check, Jeroen. Very nice. Nice check there, buddy. That's not allowed. You guys with 18 minutes, if you're playing quickly, that's not a good idea. This game against internet chess, even if I had an hour, it would be a hard grind. Oh no. GCEW has defense now. Siltigo's just gone totally berserk. Siltigo. Berserk. Berserk has been called. Ooh, rook f4. That's good. Finally, we made a little progress. It's a check. This is super weird. Super weird. Alright, let's go on a 7th or something. I don't know. Oh, you want to play bishop a3, do you? That's nice. Alright. Okay, what is move 11 doing over there? He's trying something. It's kind of a problem for me. I didn't really feel like dealing with this right at the moment. GCEW coming up with moves miraculously. Just when it looked hopeless. Now here it looks like we're better against Sebastian because of G4. Maybe Siltigo blundered finally. What is this? Hellspawn has an hour left, only. Only an hour. Definitely dropped a pawn here. Not. Just kidding. Okay. That's what I'm talking about by playing too fast. People who are insta-moving. Oh no, F3. Doesn't really work though. I'm better against M50,000, but it's not that much better. I mean, I'll let him draw if he wants there. I'm not going to offer a draw. But I'm going to have to accept one now. Not sure what I'm doing around here. Trapping the queen is always good. If you can get it. Alright. Right. Well, I'm lucky not to lose this, honestly. I was much worse at points against Hellspawn. So I feel fortunate not to lose altogether. And Jeroen is actually a little worse, which is quite unusual for him. May not be that bad, though. What am I doing here? We've had this theme a lot lately. The Arsenal fan is pretty strong. Draw. Oh, he traded now. That's actually a bad move. M50,000. I think playing for the loss. But you might still be okay here. Alright. Again, just practical play. This move I was thinking about hours ago. This was hours ago when I saw this. You're offered a draw. Maybe I'm not better here. You know, I thought I was. When the moderator offers a draw, you have to seriously consider yourself lucky. I guess I'm not better there. Thank you for the draw. And this game's crazy now. This is a draw. Crazy game from Hellspawn. This is not a draw. Oh no, sack my queen. The plan was F5. Knight there. Knight E2 has been called. Now what's going on around here? Rook D6? And his knight gets away? What am I doing? Rook C2? What? I was going to make an illegal move. That's a new one. I haven't done an illegal move in a while. That's a good idea. I haven't tried to make an illegal move in quite some time, believe it or not. It's always fun. Done it in tournament games a couple times. Almost lost my queen there. One move trick. Rook E8. Oh, there's the old queen C4. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Steve Heyman has an awful lot of time. What's going on here? Oh, maybe we don't want to let him in there. Yeah, I saw this. I have knight h4. It doesn't really do a whole lot. It's still probably good for me. Well, if it doesn't do anything, is it a good move? You know, this is probably a better move. Stay with your original plan when in doubt. So, Crow, can you come up with any more, like, totally insane, abstract stuff to do? The abstract. That's demented. totally demented. Rook takes. Right. Alright. How did this happen again? I was here? I have no idea. I was here, right? Just not enough time. I mean, I'd love to make the simul longer. Believe me, I would. My knight isn't really working here. Working. Work. Work, knight, work. Almost won a queen, but not quite. It's like hand grenades. Almost doesn't count. Oh my god, how did he get so much time? What is going on? Where did my time go suddenly? Huh? Oh, right. A5. Alright, dude. You have that? Oh my god. Alright. Bishop G4 has that. Really? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Just happens to have Bishop G4 there? What a luck job, huh? Wow. Let's mess up this position more, you know? Because I've already ruined it. It was great. Keep playing blitz. Queen A3. Alright guys, sorry for the silence. The silent treatment. Sorry to give you guys the silent treatment. Knight G5. I should just keep my bishop pair, I guess. The good old bishop pair. Internet chess. And now this position, which is really disturbing me. Now knight c5 back. Alright. And one more pawn move. Bobby Fischer with the two bishops. I mean, I don't mean like heresy, like to compare myself to Bobby Fischer. But he loved those kind of positions. Fantastic bishops. My king in the center. Need to get my knight back in the game here. H5 check. And then this guy is hanging on, huh? He's hanging on. Wow. Alright. Everybody has a lot of time. Oh, the d4, nice. Move 11 has more time than me. Rook b8, rook a8, check. Rook a8, stealing your thunder. And then knight d4. 5, sorry, 5. Can we break through on the queen side over there? Constant change. Constantly changing. Queen there. Better here, but it's not that much. I don't know, Steve. I'm about to lose on time. Alright, that's it. That's getting exchanged. Oh, we won a queen. And 50,000 let his guard down. That pawn is staying on the board. Whoa. Maybe this? Bishop e4. That can't work. It's not allowed. What, are you kidding me? Move 11 traded queens. I don't think he could do that. I don't think he could do it profitably. Now we have a tactic. Knight takes. La petite tactique. Alright. Bishop takes b7. What's going on with this? Well, this is weird. It's like Black Zombie. Black Zombie's hanging his b7 pawn. I'm not sure about this position objectively. Alright. Oh, wow, this has been a hell of a game. Oh, I see the point. Okay. Queen a8, Plucro. Dude. Where do you come up with this stuff? Plucro just consciously tries to find the weirdest move he can play, I guess. That's the whole idea. Very deep. Oh. That pawn. Do I need that pawn? Probably not. Well, actually, I probably do. Maybe I should try to keep it. I don't know. Probably need it. But I'm not sure I can keep it even if I want to. Oh no. You guys are just concretely playing for like winning on time. Alright. This is not a draw, but I'll take a draw. Rook there. Oh, f5 check. Oh, I see. Man, this guy is playing well. Balia. I don't know what to do. Jeez, man. All right, internet chess. Constant Change still has 20 minutes left. Really bizarre endgame there. Speaking of bizarre. Dude, are you serious? This is crazy, Blue Crow. Where did you come up with this? Crazy game today. This is also pretty insane. You got that move defending. My worst position against Constant Change. It was a great position, but my last move I had to make quickly, and I simply gave him better structure. All right, dude. Wow, what is going on around here? H4. No. Pilot 100 trapped my knight in the middle of the board. You're kidding me. Oh man, that is such a sick way to lose. This was the worst. Damn. That's a really, really dumb way to lose. It's a great position. Oh man, that's so disappointing. I had a great position there. Oh, that's so sick. That game I would never imagine losing. Just because of this stupid blunder. Alright. That's life. Alright guys, been kind of tough here. This has got to be one of the oddest games ever. Alright, Crow, you win. You win again. The ultra bizarre stuff you did. I just dropped the rook, great. Just dropped the rook. And now the dude's playing g4 here. What? Yeah, of course. Alright, we're just dropping rooks. Where Snowball instantly sees this. Had a hallucination I had something there against Snowball. So we're going to lose a bunch of games on time that we shouldn't have lost, but that's life. That is life. Maybe we have something here. Probably not. What did I like lose on time or something? In a good position. Black Zombie. Very messy positions. It's easy to drop pieces. I agree. It's easy to play too quickly and lose too, like Black Zombie. But his position was lost. I'm like flagging in my boards. Move 11 has improved on speed. He's a lot faster than he used to be. He used to have big problems with time. He's getting better there. Okay, now this. And then I thought I was getting somewhere here. Oh wow, he's got an answer for everything. That's amazing. He's literally got an answer for everything. That's pretty good, dude. A Clash Kid, I like how he plays. He'll just do anything maniacally to try to complicate the game. He voluntarily played g4 just to like try to win on time. We might be better here against GCW. I might be is an understatement. So it kind of goes both ways. I mean, some of the games we lost on time with hung pieces because we didn't have enough time. And some of the games it backfired and the guys with interesting positions went astray. Looks like here, I thought I was in trouble, but apparently I'm okay. I was very, very close to the edge there. I don't Need to try to improve my king. But we're okay against constant change. We're not worse. I was afraid I was worse after I let the structure... I thought this was the one game I was going to lose. Then I dropped pieces on 2 games. My goodness. Dropping pieces is the serious danger. Who was saying they would normally offer a draw? Pere Ode? Well, actually, that's the position that's like kind of has the most unclear evaluation. I mean, I think I'm a little bit, maybe, that's the closest game, let's say that. I think all the other positions are either like winning or losing, you know, or very clear. Oh, okay. Now I can play this. He has like unlimited tricks. Alright. Now what? Oh, C6. C6. Alright. You would offer a draw normally? Well, it's equal chances, I guess. White's a little better. I don't know. But it's not easy to break through. As you can see, I have E6 now. This is bizarre. This is one of the most bizarro endings ever. What is this? C4. Oh no, C4. King H5? At least I have barely enough time. Okay. You have no rook. I thought I was down a piece here against Snowball. Isn't that weird? I really thought I was down a piece. I thought I was like down a rook or something. Knight there. I don't know what to do here. Now he's got another trick for me. So I have to play bishop back to d3. Slowly untangle myself. He's not down a rook yet. Knight e4. That's a strong piece. All right, now who's playing for a win here? Queen f7 check. Oh, you have perpetual or something? You could throw that in there. Yes, yes, knight c5 check, I know. Alright, now I can finally play king c7. And now I can take... Does he have a perp? H4 check. I'm about to lose on time here. Sorry guys, just no time to really talk about the insanity of what's happening here. This game is like particularly disturbing, I think. Rook f8. How about that? Trade that guy off. Your only good piece. The secret move. G4, bishop C1. Not sure what's going on there, Odie. But we can play for a win here, hopefully. If I don't drop a queen or something. And now we have a plan. I thought I had a plan. But I have to be very careful about it. Maybe there's no way through here, but we'll see. I don't want to lose a queen. This is going to be tricky. I mean, I may not be able to win. It's the sad truth of this. Let's just not blunder something. Knight e6 has been called. Well, you know, I wouldn't mind if you took my bishop on d4, to be perfectly honest. Constant change. I don't know why I'm even playing this out. I mean, I should really probably offer a draw. This objectively is a draw. I have a good king. Let's play this. That way. What was I thinking now? I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking, but it's really complicated. King e5 now. And we're going to be in tricky land again. The ultra tricky land. There's just like insane stuff going on around here. Like zugzwang and kinds of weird, bizarro stuff. Bishop h7 is like the winning move. How's that for a winning move? Is that really a winning move? It could be. Could be, but I doubt it. I gotta make a move soon, though. I don't see how to win against Snowball. Actually, I might have made a mistake here. Looks like I made a mistake. Alright, I don't see how I can win this. He has perpetual. Yeah, constant change is all over this. Lucky blunder. Kidding me. Blundered again. Gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I'm like in Zugzwang. This game is hard to believe. What is this? A trick? King e4. There's got to be a way to win this. Yeah, this is just winning for black now, probably. Though I shouldn't resign, I guess. Still have 2 bishops. Alright, this is just a technical win. Maybe this is the chance I needed. Ops-colored bishops. Oh my goodness. Is this a joke or something? Well, now he's gonna win or something, or what? Rook A3. Sending was just too bizarre. F3. Maybe there's hope here. This move. It's really hard to kill this guy. Okay, now bishop takes c5. So I should kick him out first. Bishop b7 now. Second insanely long ending I've had today. Think we've got it. Maybe not. No, he's gonna draw this too. Maybe he's better here. Oh, I see. He's gonna draw. He's calculated this all immediately. I'm lucky if I don't lose. Wow, that's an amazing ending, man. Oh, this is lost for me too. Nice. Everyone's a genius. Oh my god. E4 the losing move. The last moment. Still was a draw. Anything. Just not E4. Or maybe I still have this. All right, guys. Some pretty tough endgame specialists here today. Endgame specialists. Everyone's an in-game expert. Look at this guy. I mean, seriously, dude? He only used half his time. I must have been winning 100 different ways and I didn't find one. And no disrespect, but man, that's actually really good defense. This guy's gonna draw too. I'm sure I was winning. It's an old song. Now I actually losing my patience. I'm becoming kind of frustrated. This is a strong move here. Pretty strong. I mean, under the circumstances, this is irritating. This game has been irritating me. Okay. This was easily winning for black a million ways at the end, but he defended like God. Didn't fall for one trick. He must have evaded like 50 tricks. There's no way that position was a draw. With his structure and the bad dark squares and the protected pass pawn, it's just unbelievable that I couldn't win. I don't know how I didn't find a win in that game. Everything was good for me. Oh, this, yeah. This is pretty sick. I forgot you had knight h3. Okay. Yeah, that's obviously lost for me. But now I wonder if... it's still gotta be a draw. This game was winning too. Time was a massive problem for me. Just massive. We had no time. No time. That's the nature of this 40-40. Is not as long as you think. For me. For you guys it seems like forever, but for me it was really, really fast. Just imagine you had 1/20th the time you had for the game. This game has quickly bored me, man. Alright, now maybe we're never gonna win, are we? I'll just lose if I try to push this. Well, we have to do something anyway. GCEW. It's not enough for him, like a draw is not enough. He's playing for a win here. Okay. This dude is extremely hard to beat. I've only beaten him once in 5 tries. But I think Periode, I think he's made a terrible error. But he'll probably save it. Every time I think I have a winning position, it's like, not enough. Not enough. Try a little harder next time. There's that movie like Clint Eastwood, right? The Unforgiven. This is like The Unforgiving. D6 takes, D7. Yeah. We got lucky against one guy, but we lost several games and messed up at least one other in winning positions. Well, not winning positions, everyone. Like Against Pilot 100, we were like equal and just blundered a piece. Trying to with a fancy combination, I won a pawn. Didn't notice that like one move later, I'm basically losing the whole house. Don't play fancy combinations when you have no time to calculate them all the way. I thought I was really cool, you know, winning a pawn with the knight fork, but didn't realize my knight gets trapped. Kind of lucky, like stupid luck, but that's what you do. You can never calculate, and you can never play a combination so you can calculate if you have enough time. You know, you can never play a combination unless you can calculate it all the way to the end, you know, properly. I mean, that was just bad luck. What can I do? Move 11, you should have kept going. I didn't notice. Mate is coming. Move 11 should have kept going. Now I can talk. You know, it's like 4 games. Sebastian, I was totally winning. I mean, that's unbelievable that I didn't win that position. That was sick. I mean, it looked ridiculously easy. And I managed to find a way not to win. That's the game that made me the most frustrated. That is checkmate in 1. I'm staring at checkmate in 1. Thinking about it, like maybe I'll play it, you know. Mate in 1. Thank you for the game, Clash Kid. So, and then this weird thing happened here. I just dropped a piece. That's just like fatigue. Fatigue started to set in. I started to have hallucinations that this was not attacked, basically. Like I played knight f3. In this position, I just hallucinated. I was having this, you know, you know what you call it when you see a mirage. It's a mirage. It was like, oh my god, I can play knight f3 and everything's okay. Maybe I'll even draw down a pawn. Okay, constant change. You win. Not a great game. I was better than it should have been a draw. But, you know, I'll let you have it. I'm generous like that. But GCEW, I think, made a very, very bad mistake here. You know, not taking his draw with, like, rook takes d7. Now, we're real close to winning here. I think this is winning. Probably that's a blunder, though. Bishop e8. This should be winning for white. So I think he had it, man. He had, like, rook takes d7 with an easy draw, and now he's going to lose. Against constant change, I definitely screwed myself. This bishop on g6 is a monster. Unless he has some kind of miraculous study-like way to draw this. I mean, there's 2 rooks on the board. It's kind of complicated, but... Clash Kid, I'm pissed that you thought I tried to win on time. I still had a draw chance. It seems like everybody was trying to win on time. Clash Kid, you were actually not as bad as some of them. I did notice that you used all your time at the end. But you were playing fairly quickly for a while. I just kind of say it in general because it seems like when I start moving fast and I get in time pressure, everybody starts blitzing, you know, like they just move as soon as I go to their board, and you know, that's not really necessary. I mean, I feel like everybody, you know, it's like a paranoia. You start to feel like everybody's trying to like win on time, but it's like, you know, there's a human instinct to like move faster when the other player is moving faster. So most people do tend to do that. You know, the more experienced players know better, you know, and take and use the time they have. Why my games are never this interesting. I don't know what my score is, but it's not so good. I lost like 3 games. Handed out some draws. I don't think this is going to be a record today. I've only got 2 games left. No, I want to stay on page. Periode. He's in trouble. But I mean, these 2 connected passers, you know, obviously if he didn't have an A pawn, it's a walk in the park. But with the A pawn on the board, I mean, theoretically there's some tricks, I guess. But I don't really imagine that should be enough. Actually, it looks like I'm winning just directly here. He's got no defense. I'm just playing like e7, e8. Resigns. It's very handy dandy. He's got no square to maintain the 7th, but he had an easy draw. You know, I mean, just like rook takes f6. Where was it? When did I play rook takes f6? Rook takes f6. And like, did I say he had an easy draw? Okay, it wasn't that easy. d7. Well, actually, check and d7. Does it matter? Not really. Half dozen of one, 6 of the other, right? Yeah, there's your A pawn. I mean, dude, that's a rook. So, we're going to win these last two, you know, to finish on a positive note, at least, which is very rare. Usually I'm, like, suffering in the last games. I have 4 losses. That's fairly high. We actually started 22. I didn't notice if anybody quit, you know, early, which happens a lot, obviously. We just lost Parode. I think he resigned. That was another game. A lot of the games like didn't really reach their natural conclusions, basically. A lot of the games were kind of rushed. Seems like Parode maybe got distracted or played too quickly toward the end there. You know, he was hanging in for the whole game. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. We're going to be back with Blitz and Classical Chess most of the days this week. During the week, I play Monday to Friday, 10 to 12:30 on most days, Central European time here on lichess. Except Mondays, I usually play 15+2, so like longer games. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., we're going to be playing from 10 to 1, 15+2 games. Simul complete, 11 wins, 7 draws, and 4 losses. Not my best result today. I think on the positive side, we actually played 22 games, and nobody only one guy. This guy, I don't remember how he got in there. Actually, he snuck in. I didn't really vet him properly. That was a big mistake. So we played 21, and we had 11 wins, 7 draws, and 4 losses. That's not a great score. I like it when it's maybe like 5 draws, 1 loss, or something like that. So congratulations to you guys. You did pretty well. I'm going to be back tomorrow, as I said, 10 a.m. CET. We're going to play 15+2 tomorrow morning. And don't forget about my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. I'd also like to thank everyone who's sponsored the stream on my YouTube channel with donations via PayPal. Even just $5 or $10 a year, you know, is a big help. You can do that on my YouTube or on the Twitch stream by clicking on the PayPal icon. I'd like to thank Guillaume. He recently made a donation, and everyone else who has. And we'll be back again tomorrow morning. I'd like to thank also our moderator, Jeroen. Plukro is our backup moderator too. Everybody, thanks for playing here today, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.